How's up, friends? For a short time only, I'm bringing back the commuting with Coop thing. Because I haven't been doing too much commuting because nobody seems to want to hire me. And that's okay. Because what I always dreaded is the commute. So I'm over here in Jack's Beach. I live in St. Augustine, north of St. Johns County. St. Augustine zip code, not quite in St. Augustine, but right now people are just driving like maniacs. It's rush hour, and I've pretty much exhausted every oath and curse I know, and I pretty much exercised my entire salty sailor vocabulary. So what does that mean? Well, I'm kind of in a bad mood. I'm a little bit raw. On the 25th is going to be the anniversary of what wound up being a string of 3 suicides at my high school, and it's going to be the 29th anniversary. So 25th of October, Jennifer Franklin died by suicide, and she was 14. I was 17, or I was 16 actually, almost 17. And that was in 1995, so 29th anniversary, right? And then exactly 1 week later, Oliver, who I also had known for years, he did the same thing exactly a week later. So we had 2 really rough Fridays. Then we thought we had a reprieve, but then the senior, I didn't know her, but I just remember she was on the tennis team, and she did the same thing about 2 weeks later, all by self-inflicted gunshot wounds. And I'm coming right home from a funeral, and I also got my cat spayed, so I had to leave before the funeral even began, and get my cat before closing time. So I'm driving Wendy's car, which it's a nice car and everything. It rides comfortably, it rides smooth, runs pretty well. 2016 Kia. The only thing I hold against it is it has an automatic transmission, which is anathema to how I drive, because I get in and I try to push in the clutch pedal, but there ain't no clutch pedal, so then I'm exercising more of my salty sailor vocabulary. But yeah, I got back onto the JTB, and maybe, just maybe, the traffic won't be that bad, although it's telling me it's going to take me about 40 minutes to get home, and I'm already about 5 minutes into that drive, so maybe I'll be home in 35 minutes, I don't know. But today's been one of those days. It's been emotional in a lot of levels. So back in April, my daughter came to visit, and she's 21, and she took my cat. Well, it was her cat, and she was always going to take her cat home at some point, so I knew that day was coming. I was just hoping to prolong it, but she took my cat. So then a couple weeks later, neighbor down the street was offering up some tabbies, so I grabbed one of the tabbies. I grabbed the girl. I named her Tigger because I had a gray tabby named Tigger. This one's orange, gray, and black, and she's a very stripy cat. But the last week, she's been all over the place. She's been trying to knock everything down, trying to destroy the house, trying to run outside, and I knew it was time to get her spayed. So we did that today. So a couple $100 later, I'm bringing Tigger home. And they told me that she was actually in heat when they spayed her. So, and I'm actually not too surprised, because she really was trying to get out of the house and everything. She was trying to get laid, is basically what it came down to. So, well, on the plus side, Wendy wife went and got reactivated her Sirius XM radios, so right now I'm on the 1940s channel, so at least I can chill out and listen to some big band and jazz. So that it's not the worst thing that can happen. I know it's first world problems, but I'm about a week into being a house husband, and Wendy has, even though I've been dropping job applications, she catches me and goes, "You cannot go look for work. I got this." Okay, well, I do have a pension, I have disability, she's got disability, and she has an LLC and a monetized YouTube channel, so maybe this will actually work out. It will. You know, the good Lord is going to take care of us one way or the other, and if not taking care of me, at least taking care of Wendy. So she's a much more faithful disciple of Christ than I am. My gosh. By the way, before I sign off, get out there and vote. Early voting started in Florida yesterday, and we voted to make America great again. So you get out there, vote with your conscience, but consider abortion, consider all this transgender stuff that never was a thing, but now it's like the popular thing. All the kids want to change their gender because that's kind of how it's going. Let's put some sanity back into American life. Let's make things a little bit great again, okay? I don't like Trump myself, but given a choice between him and Harris, I voted to MAGA. At least Trump didn't kick Christians out of his rallies. At least Trump showed up to the Al Smith dinner. Harris did none of those things, which for me, as I'm still technically and culturally a Catholic, and I find that very offensive. So just think about it. We're in a purple state. Florida's well, we're a little bit more red than we are blue, but that's all the idiots down in Miami and such. Northeast Florida, we're pretty solidly red. So I can guarantee you that 90% of the people I'm hogging, who are slowing down my commute right now, are they voted for Orange Man, or they will vote for the Orange Man. So just vote with your conscience. Children who are viable do not need to be murdered, and this transgender stuff needs to just quit. That's all I'm saying. Don't bring drag queens into schools. Don't try to portray it as a cool thing or a trend. Don't make the kids want to do this crap because they don't know any better. We don't let kids drive. We don't let kids own guns. We don't let kids vote. We don't let kids have jobs, and we don't let them have credit cards, and we don't let them smoke or drink. But when you're 4 years old, you can decide that you want to get your stuff altered. Come on, give me a break, man. There's no way that this is scientifically or even biblically sound. So, and yet I'm having a hard time getting a job as a vet. 3 years ago, when I retired, Biden hadn't been in long enough to run his agenda. I had no problem. People are practically begging me to go to work for them. But now, every single application I've put in lately, I might get an interview and they still slam the door in my face. If I had the right they, their, zer, z's, i's, or fee, fi, fo, fum pronouns, they would give me the job. Anyway, I'm Coop, and that's all I got to say about that. Bye now.